What are the 401 degrees Kelvin contribution limits for employers? Imagine planning for your future and wondering how much your employer can contribute to your retirement savings. Well, today we're going to break down exactly what those limits are. If you're curious about how much your employer can put into your 401 degrees Kelvin plan, stay tuned. First, it's important to know that the total amount you and your employer can contribute to your 401 degrees Kelvin in a year is capped. For the year 2025, the combined contribution limit for people under age 50 is $70,000. This total includes your salary deferrals, employer matching contributions, discretionary employer contributions, and any allocations of forfeitures. Your contributions from your salary, called elective deferrals, are limited to $23,500 in 2025. If you're 50 or older, you can add an extra catch-up contribution of $7,500. For those between ages 60 and 63, the catch-up limit increases to $11,250 thanks to new rules. The employer's contribution is part of the total limit but doesn't have a separate maximum. Instead, the sum of what you contribute and what your employer contributes cannot go over $70,000 for those under 50. For older employees with catch-up contributions, the total can go up to $77,500 or even $81,250 if the plan allows. It's also key to remember that contributions are based on a percentage of your compensation, which is capped at $345,000 in 2025. This means if you earn more than that, your contribution limits are still based on that maximum. Employers often match a portion of your contributions to encourage saving. For example, they might match 50% of what you put in up to a certain percentage of your salary. But no matter what, the combined contributions from you and your employer can't exceed the set limits. From a legal standpoint, employers must follow these rules to keep their 401 degrees Kelvin plans qualified under IRS standards. They also need to do non-discrimination testing to make sure contributions aren't favoring highly paid employees over others. Employers should clearly communicate these limits to employees and make sure their plan documents reflected the current rules. If they don't, they risk penalties or losing the tax advantages that make 401 degrees Kelvin plans so beneficial. In practice, many employers design their matching contributions to stay within these limits while still encouraging employees to save. For example, they might match 50% of employee contributions up to a certain percentage of salary, making it easier for everyone to save for retirement. Understanding these contribution limits helps employers create plans that are fair, compliant, and beneficial for employees. It's all about balancing contributions and making sure everyone gets the most out of their retirement savings.